Anti-Semitism. Discuss. The other day when I was driving down the A1, having just paid a visit to Leeds, well, I wasn't feeling absolutely grade one. I mustn't grumble or complain. I'm not sleeping in a box, and I've dodged some major illnesses. Some close to me have not. I was thinking about the persecution of the Jews, like you do, yes indeed, and how they had to leave merry England due to the edict of expulsion of 1290. They lent the money for the building of the cathedrals. It was the only occupation that was legal, but what was done to them was frankly medieval. Just because they used the blood of Christian babies for their matzah, and when Jesus cut his hands they didn't offer him a plaster. Does that mean they're not entitled to a happy ever after? That's not fair, that's not right, that's just mean. Thus has it always been. Thus has it always been. Always there underneath the sheen. Every day I take one for the team. Thus has it always been. I was born into a Jewish family, not by choice, there you go, what can you do? Because we cannot choose our heritage, can we? They fuck you up, your mum and dad, though it isn't their intention, and we do it to our children and their children by extension. The tallit and the sitzes and the bagels and the blintzes and the list of things you can and can't do. We were taught the Holy Land was where our story began, and that our story's gonna end there too. You can take the Jew out of Israel, but not Israel out of the Jew, no matter how much you might want to. Ever since Ishmael and Isaac had to go their separate ways, Joshua blew the horn and David wrote the songs of praise. Well, the land of milk and honey's going vegan these days. Not everybody's hands are clean. Thus has it always been. Thus has it always been. If you had a time machine, you'd see it's all a variation on a theme. Thus has it always been. The Spanish Inquisition, they would put you in a prison if you didn't denounce your faith. But if you wanted to keep it, it would have to be a secret, and you're never gonna feel safe. You got your Romans and your Greeks and your pogroms. They drag you out of bed in your long johns, and you never know when it's gonna happen again. These days you gotta be so cautious. What you think, how you act, what you say. Even if it's not on purpose, we're full of unconscious bias, and we're led by fools and fakes and liars. And I know it's all complicated. Who doesn't hate being hated, being blamed and shamed and conflated? The truth is never simple, and the truth is rarely pure, and pretty much the same thing can be said about the law. Underneath it all, nature, red in tooth and claw, and the remarkable survival of the gene. Thus has it always been. Anti-Semitism is just one of many isms. There are isms all over the shop, but on a scale of 1 to 10 it isn't up with all of them. One person's bottom is another person's top. If the wealth of the world has been stockpiled by the Zionists and the Rothschild, with their mirrors and their smoke, tell me, why am I broke? Thus has it always been. Little cogs in the giant machine, a precarious Ponzi scheme. Thus has it always been. Thus Thus has it always been, from the beginning to the final scene. And in the end you're just a story, just a dream. Thus has it always been. Thus has it always been. Tequila. Shvarim. Teruah. Tequila Gadola. Thus has it always been, from the beginning to the final scene. And in the end you're just a story, just a dream. Thus has it always been.